Race 2 of 10 of the 2007 NASCAR Chase for the Cup takes us to Dover International Speedway today for the Nextel Cup 460 laps. Last week at Loudon, we finished first after putting on a clinic, essentially, leading 29 of 45 laps. One caution happened in that race, and there were 14 lead changes among 10 drivers. Dover is fairly slippery, but it's not as bad as those two tracks. So this is a car tomorrow race. So here we go. Occasionally with the EA Sports Fast Fact that pops up on the screen, you might just get, game hints and stuff like that. I'll put in a fact myself here. Dover is in actually nearby the Air Force Base that they have. So if you want a little bit of patriotism, here you go. So we're going to run a couple laps here as we go qualify. So here at Dover, it's basically Bristol on crack. Concrete corners, incredibly banked. Again, follow the line. Your car may drift up. That is fine, but don't let it drift up too far, otherwise you're going to smack the wall. Like my right there. Try to drive it in deep into 1 and 2 if you can. Keep it middle lane. Middle, bottom, the best. And you come onto the backstretch. Try to keep it close to the wall, and then coming into 3, let the car roll a little bit. Then you immediately get back on the throttle. I think the wall is that was a slight kiss on 4. Other than that, we're fine. And we took the pole. And let me introduce you to the top 10. Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch make up row 1. Jimmy Johnson and Mark Martin make up row 2. Martin Truex and Kevin Harvick make up row 3. Kyle Busch and Robbie Gordon make up row 4. Good start for him. Clint Boyer and Jeff Burton make up the top 10. As we scroll through the rest of the field, look at the rest of the Chase drivers. Gordon's starting towards the middle of the group. He's going to have a lot of fun getting past everybody today. Pace car is off. Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch lead him down for 60 laps, the Monster Mile.
Let's go.
Out of turn 2 and down the backstretch, we're already kind of starting to gap the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, Mr. 10 time here at Dover. Especially later on, he really dominated Dover. And it's kind of ironic to see Denny Hamlin leading at Dover because for the longest time, this was his Achilles heel. So far, we're doing good. Kind of kissed the wall a little bit off 4 the first lap. But other than that, we're still doing pretty good. We're actually faster, it seems like. As we are 1.82 seconds ahead of Mr. Jimmy Johnson. Oh, kind of shot out a little bit. Last week, the last race at Loudon, we ran quite a bit into the race under green. One caution the entire higher day for obviously Greg Biffle's crash. Other than that, we're doing fairly good for ourselves. 3 and 4, okay. And nip the wall off the line. As we just basically gapped second place as we continue to pull away. Like Jimmy Johnson is just coming out of turn 2 now as we speak. As he's down the backstretch. I'm coming into 4. He's halfway through 3 and 4 as we speak. We're almost 4 seconds ahead. We were like gapping Jimmy Johnson by a quarter mile, by a country mile, it seemed like. Because we had to go way out of the gas that time to avoid really wadding up the car. Now 4. I'm going aboard the FedEx Kinko Chevrolet. Banging what specifically, Crew Chief? The wall or your wife? 8 laps in today here at Dover. We have led all 8 from the drop of the green. Well, all 9 now. 52 to go here at Dover. So far, everything's feeling pretty good. As going to take a look at the top 5 as of right now. Denny Hamlin is leading, followed by Jimmy Johnson 2nd, Kevin Harvick 3rd, Mark Martin 4th, and Kurt Busch 5th. Here at Dover. I remember this race in 2007 quite a bit for the fact that everybody kept running into each other. I mean, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Petty got all pissed off at each other to the point where Hamlin basically pulled a Stephen Wallace in the garage and went after Kyle Petty for a wreck. And then Kyle Petty basically spent his interview ripping Hamlin. So hopefully we don't find ourselves in a situation where we have to pass 2 cars and have to use the entire racetrack to get around one single guy. Hopefully. I mean, we hope, but, you know. When you got to get around a guy, you got to get around a guy. By the way, the little bit of a thing I'm announced to this project. After I do this 10-race thing, I will do a season on the NASCAR Busch Series. I promised that a little while back to when I did the season with Truex. I was going to do a season with a random Busch driver that I pick. Because credit card is kind of a pain in the ass to use as I do something there. Once I get done with this, like this whole 10-race chase project, I'll wait about maybe a week and a half or so and then start the next one. We're getting a little aggressive with John Wood, trying to get by him, almost using 3 lanes to get around the guy. As we're going to fly into the 0-0 for a spot, put him a lap down. Give Mr. Jimmy Johnson some traffic to get through, which shouldn't really be that much of a problem. A little bit of contact with the 44. I don't really see that being that much of an issue. We're really wearing those tires down, I've noticed. A little bit of contact with the 45 by the 96-22. And then see if we can try to use the inside of wall trip, get out of the gas, so we don't run into him or somebody else. 15 laps complete here in Dover, Delaware, the Monster Mile. So far, it's been the Denny Hamlin Show, complete with banging the wall as well here at Dover, as he's already putting some distance between him and second, which right now, last time I checked, is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. We put Mr. Green a lap down. Continue to put some guys a lap down. The 25 of Mears, the 15 of Menard. Yikes. Things got a little hairy there, but we'll say we're good. By the 14. And wow, Johnson's actually managing traffic just fine. Or whoever's in second. Which last time I looked was Jimmy Johnson. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's really negotiating traffic pretty well. Same with the 01 and Mark Martin, who's in third. You saw in that brief look at the top five. And you see those weird blue brackets on the screen as I'm pulling it behind this car? That's the VTV visor, which is a godsend in this game. Which, but at the same time, things can get a little too cluttered and can kind of make you trip out in your race. A little bit of contact with the 41 of Sorensen, trying to get him for a spot. Car is fairly tight. I mean, we're wearing the hell out of our car. As Sorensen's coming back, Johnson closes in big time, and around goes Sorensen. He saves it. No yellow, amazingly, but Jimmy Johnson, he's on a mission right now. He's probably going to try to take the lead if he can get to Hamlin. And he's got it, maybe. Oh, contact, and Johnson's around. Big playoff implications. There's a wreck behind him. Someone's rolling back there. Big wreck. So Johnson gets hit, spins, slams the wall, collects Marlin, and then like he hit a lip in the track, and then Marlin comes in and just takes everybody with him. So David Reagan is the Lucky Dog recipient. We see some of the cars that received damage in that accident. 15 Menard, the 01 of Mark Martin, and the 14 is Sterling Marlin. Green flag is back into the air. This being the first caution of the afternoon. Martin trying to squeeze up the middle. 3 wide for the lead. Contact. Harvick's bump drafting me down the backstretch at Dover. This is just asking for a wreck. 3 wide. I'm in the hornet's nest. Oh! And amazingly, we all got out of the hornet's nest unscathed. Martin back low. And Hamlin, can he save it? Oh! Oh my God. That was tight. So Mark Martin's taking the lead here. So we're right behind that 0-1 car. We're going to slide into his teammate. A little bit of contact there as Martin goes off to pit road. See the 14 of Sterling Marlin, a lot of damage to his car. And Jeff Burton's going to try to bump draft us down the backstretch at Dover. You never see that at Dover of all freaking places. There's a little bit of stack up from Marlin getting on the pit road. 31 laps to go here in the Nextel Cup 400 today at Dover. Denny Hamlin is putting a clinic on everybody. Mark Martin led a few laps, and Harvick led a lap as well. Jeff Burton, the September winner last year, is taking the lead. Kurt Busch is in second. Ryan Newman's pushing us again because people like pushing my car, even though I've wrecked the shit out of it. So far, everything seems to sort of settle down. As right now the leaders are bunched in a big cluster. The two Penske cars, 2-3. And Jeff Burton starting to kind of scoot away. Doesn't look like he's getting too far. And now we got a tire down. Oh! And no freaking caution. Just got to limp it around to get to pit road. Big trouble for the points leader as Hamlin has blown a tire. He's continuing to lose position. He's trapped up top, and around he goes. Almost. And amazingly, there's a crash behind him. Truex, Biffle, Gilliland, everyone else seems to stack up. Says the second caution. Look at that. Truex, I think everyone just checked up. They weren't sure what Hamlin was going to do, so. There, you think. You think I don't want to pit? Look at my car. So we might see some colored cars coming down pit road. Wimmer looks like he's coming down. Sorry, Blaney. And Robbie Gordon, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon. Majority of lap traffic starting to come down, sort of. My car just Denny Hamlin probably just committed casual murder of about 50 people on pit road. See him bring his Kinko's, well, now wrecked Kinko's Chevrolet pit road. 4 tires and gas, boys. Casey Kane's coming down pit road. And we come out behind the 7. And we're going to restart. I have no idea where. I think towards the middle or the back. I'm not sure. So we restart 13th. Junior is the leader. And he's... Okay, now Paul Menard is our leader. This is weird. That was a nice cluster for the behind him. Oh, big contact with Robbie Gordon as he's trying to push us. Oh, he's not happy. And now everybody's filing in, hitting the brakes. And a little bit of contact there. And try to almost force a hole. We do. We go 3 wide to take the spot. Almost, and we do. Hamlin back on point. Rudiman saves the car. And Kurt Busch comes back. And I think Kurt got it. Hamlin trying to use Rudiman as a pick to pin Kurt Busch. Hamlin slid right in front of Busch. There's contact, and he's around. No, he saved it. Everyone clustered up. You have Truex down the apron. And now the top lane suddenly checks up. Are they coming to pit road or what? There's a couple cars coming to pit road. Gordon is around. And he's up in traffic. Oh, big hit. Look at this. Crashing so big is making the car lag. So Jeff Gordon has crashed. Collects Menard. Menard collects, a couple big shots at 24. Collects Junior at the end of it. And this gets interesting. Now we got 3 cars on the bottom. If we get another caution, curious as to if we can make it. Green flag back into the air. 17 to go. Burton leads. Hamlin has been banging on people all day. There's been 3 cautions total. Honestly, the biggest one there was for the crash with Jeff Gordon. Hamlin tries to drive it in up top. And he arcs low. So right now, Burton's probably really hating that Harvick is blocking him. So he's probably looking to move from a wreck-him if this keeps up. As Burton tries to look low. And a little bit of contact. Harvick, a little bit of contact there. Burton right on the bot to the lead. And away from Harvick. 14 to go. He's pushing him. And Burton spins in front of the field. And another caution. This time only 2 cars got in it. Here's Kevin Harvick. Will get the lucky dog here at Dover. After this caution, ready to that team's out. 11 to go at Dover. Brian Vickers is there in second. Junior, even after being part of the crash with Gordon, a couple cautions ago, is up in this. Which I think they're side by side with Boyer in 3. Vickers trying to pull away. Clint Boyer to follow. Hamlin trying to squeeze between a lap car. 9 to go. 3 wide for the lead at Dover. Boyer uses the apron to pass. And Boyer moves to the point. These cars have been worked over like at a short track. All right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Hamlin does if he gets to Boyer. Boyer, he's right there. He's looking high. And he dives low. A little bit of contact. And Kenseth, a huge run. And Vickers trying to push the 11 into 3. He's right there. There's contact. A little bit of slide job. And Boyer's probably going to turn him. This keeps up, he probably will. Side by side for the lead at Dover. Like, when did this become Talladega, of all things? Hamlin trying to take the lead. He does. 7 to go. Kenseth is up there. Boyer's fading back. And Tony Stewart's up there as well. Kenseth just stacks everyone up. Off 4, and Stewart with a wrecked race car takes the lead. But then again, so is a good majority of the field. Hamlin trying to make a move on Stewart, going to the top side. Side by side. 4 to go. Sorry, 5 to go. And Stewart, he's there. He's got the bottom. He has a decent line. Hamlin keeps taking the top line. Does he lose point? Lose time. He's going to dive under Stewart. And he's got it. Oh. And Hamlin crashes. And Hamlin's out of the race. And this probably will be it. And they're still piling in over there. Anyway, Stewart wins the race. A lot of notorious people inside the top 10. Bobby Labonte, Robbie Gordon, David Stremme. So we fall to 8th in the chase standings. The probably change says, nothing. So in other words, Stewart has won this race again. And so Thursday night will be Kansas.